Sorry, I was making some tests. I think the volume is higher than before. Higher. Okay. Um, Gotta continue some things. Give me a second. Okay, here we are. I think I don't have the noise suppressor activated because I see the bar going up and down. Okay, this is the right microphone. Just checking out. Yesterday it took me a long time to make the sound strong. So if it's not okay, I need to still configure some things. So, well, it took me like 19 hours of trying and trying and trying until it worked. Good morning, Lucy. How are you? You came back at the right moment. I was just talking about the sound. I don't know if it's okay. It took me a long time to make the sound okay. Okay, sounds good. Perfect, perfect. I had to install a cracked version of the drivers for Windows because nothing I did made the sound high enough. So I had to install a lot of things until I found this version of the drivers. And right now it was a little bit weird because the sound wasn't coming out of the headphones, so I had to configure it again because of the double screen. And I tested yesterday only with the laptop, but when I connected to another screen, things changed. It was a little bit weird, but it's done now. Okay, so on Friday we walked to the entrance of this cave, and I don't remember if we were gonna do it or not because I think it was a high level mission. Let's check it out. Let's do this low level one. Then do this one and continue the missions. Hi Hilsey, how was your Holy Week? Drinking coffee, drinking coffee. Woo! That scared me a little bit. Although I managed to dodge it. Ouchie! Ah! No! I'm sorry, kitty. Soft kitty, dead kitty, little ball of fur. Okay, so I was watching One Piece with Adriana on the distance because she's back in her town. We just reached Dressrosa. Ooh. Should I clear this thing? Maybe I should, right? I'm gonna pick this up first, then clear this. I'm starting to remember what we did on Friday. I'm starting to remember. Knight errants in distress. Ah!
Never find a witcher. You saved my life. I shall never forget it.
Never forget it. Never. Ever. Bye.
Greetings, living legend.
He already forgot it. Orders! Some health brains have been wandering around near Mount Crane. They call themselves knight errants, but I call them swill scorpion miscreants. No idea what they're looking for here. No windmills around for them to charge. But those added ankle biters dream up mad ideas no normal man would ever contemplate. No matter what they're up to, they are to stop it. The best way to take care of the knight errants is to cut off their head. If anyone brings me such a head, he can count on a plump pouch of coins. As you know, Filbert Four Fingers make no idle promises. I can be harsh, but I can also be generous. Filbert or whatever his name is. Onion! I've got an onion. Saddlebacks. I've got some saddleback. What? How did I reach? Ooh. Oh. Oh. 3 kilograms. I need to get rid of 3 kilograms. So I'm gonna sort by price. Oopsie. Sort by price. Torches. No. I don't want torches. And torches. Oh, okay. Now we need to teleport back to a merchant. Oh, but there are more things here. Okay, I'm gonna loot.
Remember, Witcher, history is wrought by those who can hang heroes. I thank you for saving my life.
I'm burdened again, encumbered I mean. I didn't notice I was gonna be like this. Oh, but I can call my horsey, horsey. Roach. There you are, horsey. Okay, where can we sell stuff? I think we're far away from everything. Damn it! If we go here, I can go here and teleport, right? But I will find a lot of places where I will want to fight because I'm an idiot, so I'm gonna go here. See, good things happen to idiots too. Good things happen to idiots too. Okay. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Roachy. Shut up. Bliss. I'm gonna go first to this one. I'm stuck. I'm on a horsey, running around, running around.
What will the morrow bring?
Hey! Grey-head chit!
That's it, Roach. Widest range of goods around. Hey, excuse me. Go, go.
I'm stuck.
You'll not find work here. Not paying work, that is.
I had a dream where in my stream I've got a lot of people watching. It felt good. I had like, well, not a lot, but I had like 60 people watching, and I was like, oh, I got a lot of people.
Show me what.
I'm gonna hang this. Gerald, I won't sell Geralds. Oh, this one is really good. Why am I not using this one? Ooh, he doesn't have enough money. Finally, I've done it. I've got a lot of sapphires. What is this? Silver fruit ore, but it gives me copper? Okay, I think I've got everything I needed. Now I can sell some more stuff to this idiot. The saddle, the saddle. Probably should have used it for the... Wow. There we go. Still, I've got a lot of weight. Why do I have so much weight? Yeah, because I'm using heavy armor. I always forget.
See you later.
No! See you later! Okay, I need to keep this one, despite not having the rooms I want. Attack power, chance to freeze and attack power. Let's see. Sort by type. Sign intensity. Chance to cause burning, why not? Chance to freeze, why not? Do I have attack power? Armor piercing, no. Chance to stagger. Only level 3. I'm gonna leave the last one there so I can equip it later. And I need to change armor because now I realize I don't have slots to place the things I want.
You will not find wood here. Not plain wood.
Okay, so we are free to do what we came here to do. Oh, I was close. I came here and checked the notes board before. Wait, it's getting late. I want daylight on the mission. Let's check it out.
Fetch this empty dead. Sweep up here. Botch it all.
La 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 la.
Well, have you learned how that cow came?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get back to work. And it wasn't a plague of falling cows.
Did I not say so from the start? A weight off my chest. So what was behind the animal's plummet?
Young lizard flying over the quarry dropped it. Was trying to get it back to its nest. Food for its mother and siblings. Probably heard the last of the beasts. Burned the nest, eggs, everything.
A praiseworthy precaution, but as I said, I can only pay you what we agreed. I simply haven't any more. Here, take this. And I thank you, Master. All cleared up now, right? No gods, no plague, just the dragon, but it's gone too. We're to pay Emil's widow compensation, and that will be that. So, why do you still stand there and wait, men? Back to work! Chop, chop!
And I've a notion suspicious workings are still afoot. What became of the builders who were to put the statue together? They were due 3 days back, yet there's still no sign of them at our days to.
They were crushed too, I'm certain of it. Or eaten, or locusts got them, like in Zerikania.
What's this rubbish you spout now? The architect wrote they would arrive a week late with a large shipment of marble from Metana for the prophet's beard. So stop flapping your yaps and get to work. Allow me to walk you away, Master. Truth be told, I lied. But I cannot have them panic again. The workers he mentioned, they've indeed vanished. Come see me later. I shall divulge to you the details.
Wasn't it that you didn't have any more money, you idiot? Level 40. Okay, so we're gonna do this one to get rid of the low level ones because it's already 10 levels higher, so I will get only 1 experience.
Drink! Give me a drink!
Oh, there was a blacksmith here! Damn it!
You don't...
That stand in the way of our
No. It merely means I doubt you'll find anything of use here. I mainly stock goods for the men at the quarry. Hammers, spikes, hand cream. But if you want a glance, feel free. I shan't stop you.
You always this personable? Or do you just get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning?
I got up on the right side. I always do. My left leg's been lame ever since my accident. I worked here once, see? Breaking stone. Until a part of a rock face fell away and crushed my foot.
Sorry. Feel foolish now.
Not to worry. Such things are commonplace here, part of the job. Every now and then someone breaks something, twists an ankle, or their neck.
Show me what you got.
I don't get it. Am I gonna be able to mine later or what?
Gotta go.
Only here? Buy a full set of gear, get a bottle of Fiorano free.
Okay, we are back in Novigrad. And let's talk with these idiots. But before, let's loot everything from the farm. Okay, let's go. Hello.
Mistake.
Okay. I'm even more overpowered than before, which is good. Because I like killing men. In game. In game. Hello.
Step over here. Radovid was late with our pay a whole week. He's trying to cheat us too.
Radovid is dead. I killed him.
You post the notice?
I did indeed. Hans of Sidaris, mercenary captain. Know of a monster that needs slaying. You interested?
Yes, I'm overpowered for this
What
monster.
kind of monster are we talking about?
If only I knew. It was like this. Got Radovid to hire me and my company, but he's been late with the pay the last weeks. And I'll be damned if we're to risk our lives for free, like hell.
Couldn't agree more. But you were gonna tell me about the monster.
Yes, yes. We arrived here, encamped. Then it turned out some beast prowls the area. Snatchers cows and the like. Reckoned we should help the local boys, so we grabbed our weapons and set out. Me and Kurt one way, Gerd and Henk the other. Gerd and Henk never returned. Whatever it was, it got him. Jobs for a professional, clearly. So Kurt and me, we chipped in for a small reward, hoping someone's willing to help the locals avenge our comrades in the process.
Awfully noble of you.
Mercenaries, we've our honor too. Well, Master Witcher, what will it be? Will you take the job?
All right. Where do I start looking?
South of here. It's where we split up. It's where we last saw Gerd and Henk alive.
It's worse it gets. Radovid was late with our pay a whole week. He's trying to cheat us too.
Enemies.
Let's dance. Damn it.
Ba-da-bee-da-da-ba.
Human.
Well, officer, you gonna interrupt my investigation?
Claw marks, bite marks, armor ripped to shreds. No sign of another corpse.
More wolfies.
Flying monster. Gripped the second body in its claws. Didn't quite get everything to its nest. Piece by piece, follow the thread. Show me what you got.
I'm sorry, Dagos. It was either you or you, because you were never gonna kill me. Never, ever, never, ever, ever. Gonna get back together. We. Bum ba bum ba da 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 da. Oh no!
Tracks end here.
Blood.
Birds must have picked the ground clean, but they've already found the rest of the corpse, probably. All I gotta do is follow the cawing.
Follow the coin? What coin? Oh. That. No. I'm here to pick up a body.
And the nest? Empty, except for leftovers. Thin rakides, sparse after feathers. Interesting. An arch griffin.
Arch Griffin. Mercenary contract. Dear Master Hans of Sidaris, I have decided to accept your condition that the fee for the beast's demise be paid in advance. The reward you demand, however, 6 full purses of crowns, continues to seem quite excessive to me. What? The fee I have included with this missive should be more than suffice for you and your crew. Okay. Note that I expect a quick and final resolution to this monster problem. Should you determine that you are not up to the task, I expect you to return every last copper in the advance I enclose, under penalty of flogging and imprisonment, and to immediately leave the area. On behalf of the City Council of Oxenford.
Well, well. They took on this contract before I did. Got the reward up front. More than they're paying me.
Fighting your guts out, eh? Get 'em! Come on!
Oopsie. Like, they are camping next to the nest of a semi-griffin, or what did he said? Arch-griffin? I'm gonna save because I'm gonna die. Ba -ba -da -ba -ba. Oh, return after dark. Aww. I am gonna wait.
There it is.
Ah! Ollie. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, my sword is really strong. La 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 la. I think she's cooking or eating. Or both, cooking and eating at the same time. I just got my trophy. I've got my ham sandwich. I'm eating my ham sandwich. In the game, not in real life. In real life, I'm only taking my coffee, drinking my coffee. You bastards, you tried to fool me? Huh?
Was late with our pay a whole week.
Gonna save because I'm probably gonna end up killing them and taking the money, yeah.
Well, any progress?
Monster's dead. I slew it. It was a griffin. An arch-griffin, in fact.
In that case, I'm grateful. Arch grateful. Your reward.
Hold up a minute. Recognize this? You accepted a contract. Reward paid up front, and higher than what you paid me.
What am I meant to do? Business is what it is, and intermediaries deserve their due.
What you're due is a punch in the face. Gold. Now. Some advice before you go. Don't ever try to cheat a Witcher again. Ever.
Or you will be dead.
Radovid was late with our pay a whole week.
Yay!
Us too. Purse I got was full of counterfeit crowns. Look at here. Bronze with just a lick of gold on it.
Means the Redanian coffers.
Okay, so I finished all the main quests, contracts, yeah. And then I think I'm gonna have everything before the mission. Nice. Nice.
Giddy up.
See if there's any work for us there.
We're gonna cross the Ponta. We're gonna go to the place where we're gonna kill everything. Oh, I should have gone inside. That's what he said. Hello. Find the treasure hidden in the cemetery. Okay, it's hidden. In the cemetery? Is it here? Nope. If I was a hidden treasure, where would I be? There was something here. Open up. Maybe in the catacombs? Hello?
All the time, everywhere you look.
Okay, this is where the idiots were before, right? They were fighting. Nothing here. I'm using my Witcher senses. Nothing here. Okay, I'm just making sure that it's not underground. Because if it's underground and I'm looking outside and there's nothing, I'm just gonna be mad. Florence. See, I'm finding things. Who would have guessed? Not me. A book. I found it. This looks exactly like the place I was like a few seconds ago. Why didn't I see it? Weird. Oh, it's locked. Can I ignite all of them with the... Yeah. Let there be light. What happens if I light all the things here? Will I get an achievement of light all the things in the cemetery? Probably not, because what kind of idiot will do with the thing that I'm doing right now? Only me. I'm the only one who fell head first. Okay, so let's just double check. No mission under level 30 here. No mission over level 30. No mission over... Okay, so it's time to do this. Finally, we're gonna continue the story. Am I gonna die if I fall from here? Probably. Unless I glitch my way down.
Sight any sign of the beast. Report it to the ducal guard post haste.
Don't yell at me, I'm working. Horsey. Let's go.
Go, go.
I need to go this way. I said that way.
Ooh, darn it. Watch where you step, Boone.
Roach, please. Obey my commands. No! Find our way inside the crypt. Hello? 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 Okay, I'm gonna leave. Okay, that's the way in. So I should jump, probably. I'm gonna save in case I die. Geronimo! Oh.
Come on.
Wars. There's a plenty around here.
Oh!
Kicking more eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash.
I'm gonna burn your eggs. Burn your eggs. Burn, 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 burn.
Stench.
Can I loot it? Oh no! Chispita mariposa, chispita mariposa.
Stench.
Find a way into the crypt. I'm in the crypt. What do you mean? Into the crypt. I'm in the crypt. Ooh, a skeleton. Granny, is it you? Is this you?
Decaying bones. Kikimors must have tunneled into the grave.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, this is where I came in. And I have to go this way. Get the plants. It's all part of the plan. For sure that this.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
What is that?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
Is that your fetish? Please don't use it to masturbate. Okay.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn went to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinares' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy of Kermoran, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinares never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinares gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being
well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Okay.
Covenarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlav's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands. The closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
This is gonna...
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless. So, perhaps you care for a snifter of mandrake.
Not really in the mood for your concoctions. Especially given how they make you say things you'd rather keep to yourself. Remember that aspect very well.
Geralt of Rivia, do I detect a guilty conscience? Word is, only those ashamed of the truth seek to conceal it.
Not about to fall for that. Forget it. Need a nap, and that's how I'm gonna use this time.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived, entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt. I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct. And a curse. In one place. That a coincidence? Or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
I'm gonna kiss him, yeah!
See you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Let's go kiss this thing. La cage of four. Spotted whites. Let's go find this thing. She's probably asleep again. She probably fell asleep again. Probably. She might be snoring right now. We're gonna kill a spotted white, or whatever the name was. Hello, sir.
They summoned a witcher. Well, why not?
The dressing, bandages.
What's that about?
The dressing, bandages. Where did I put them?
Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
What? Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago.
Mm-hmm. Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes.
Gods.
What happened here exactly?
I was rolling through, fully loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him, dress his wounds. Then you appeared.
He ran over him.
Pretty admirable stopping to help a stranger.
Truthfully, when I saw him, I considered it might be an ambush. The thought entered my mind. I near decided to crack the whip. But to abandon a man in need, it's simply not the decent thing to do.
Decent enough in many other places, believe me. Before you go on, clean your hands thoroughly and burn your shirt. Might also want to rub some thyme on your body to be sure. Smell of blood might attract ghouls otherwise.
Who might you be, precisely?
A witcher.
Oh. Do you expect some beast might have killed him?
See what we have here. Legs broken, but cause of death's the wound. Small but deep, edges unfrayed. Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tough to say, and... breastplate's unusual. Dented. It's got a patina.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is... why did he don it?
Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from. from that house, I'm assuming, but need to investigate. Got some work to do, so long.
Wait, I will come with you.
So be it. But stay close, keep it down, and don't touch a thing.
Oh, what level is this? 40. And the main quest 49. Whoopsie. Well, let's do it.
Trail leads to the house on the hill,
which stands silent as a grave.
Must have been here he broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall. Trying to leave the property probably, after he didn't manage to open the gate. Gate's locked from the inside. Clearly been jostled though. Something tried to get out.
Where's the guy?
The very thought sends a cold wind down my back.
That's the cold wind you were feeling? Extreme cosplay.
Damn it.
Good gods!
What the hell's this? Setting for a banquet?
It seems so. What's your suspicion? Did none survive? Gods!
Servant. Stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe this is the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings.
Noble houses of Toussaint. Sangreal, alternative Sangreal, literally royal blood. The legendary line which some track back to the first lords of the lands, now lying in Toussaint and northwest Hoogland. The first mention of Wilhelm the Bold, the line's founder, comes from elven manuscripts found during reconstructions of the Brucklers Palace in 1095. Since the source, like all things elven, is unreliable and should not be taken into consideration by historians, the existence of House Sangreal must be considered a mere fable. Salvarez D of the Regulus Platinum Crest. The line takes its name from the Salvar Dalane, who was made a canon in the year 1189 by Duchess Caroberta for the service of the ducal throne. The D. Salvarez line's crest depicts a Regulus Platinum, one of the so-called silver basilisks, whose existence is highly suspected. Its classification as a species considered erroneous by most zoologists. Toricella of the Two Towers Crest, an ancient line whose founder most likely first settled the lands of present-day Toussaint around the year 1984. They waged fierce war against the elves until the 6th decade of the 11th century, when all of what now Toussaint fell under human control. Okay, but Quail's Gardener. Okay, so diddling board. There's really all to do here. A quick morning into runs enough to water all the plants. Flower bed in front of the embassy doesn't demand much care, either. And so it goes, day after day. Maybe we take a John to San Sebastian, play a hand of Went. To the second day of service. Blows a whole month wage. Next month too, rockled up debts with the Cavil pilgrim. Heard he doesn't let such things slide. Go to scrounge up a few florins somehow, or this might be but made a badly for me. 24th day of service. Overheard the ambassador give instructions to the secretary. In the coming days, they'll send a transport carrying wine brought for the imperial court, along with the unused operational wherewithal My guess, they mean a sack stuffed with Florence. Information like that could be worth a fortune to a lad from the right part of town. Then the 7th day of service. Greyville Pilgrim slaughtered the caravan's guards, snatched all the cargo, had to Gale to deliver a pouch of coin to me at the embassy, said it was my share. I spit on his coin, but I'm afraid I'll need it soon enough. I hid what he gave me in a safe place. Even since old Ralph died, no one buys wooden planters anymore, so his workshop's the perfect hiding spot. Okay, so I know where that thing is. 29th day of service. Gabriel told me to keep my ears open at the embassy, find out what they'll have another caravan to grab. As it is an afterthought, he added the guard commander would be quite shocked to learn about my role in the previous hijacking. I stole the next convoy's route from the secretary's office. It's a price I must pay for the idiot idea of going in cahoots with Greyville pilgrims. 21st days of service. The transport set off. The time it's scouted by Arnold Commander of the Embassy Guard. Greyville men don't know they're in for a fight against elite soldiers. If he finds out, then it's time to get out of here. Coin set aside should be enough to start afresh. Somewhere far away. March seems like a good direction. La la la, another dead body.
Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical.
This is gonna attack me.
Throats massacred. One mighty blow. Shield along sides old and dented. Sword ceremonial. And Shea handiwork clearly. Ceremonial bowls. For little sacrifices?
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
Ceremonial bowls.
Of what?
For little
Please,
sacrifices.
don't say humans.
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
I'm gonna turn up the light.
Ceremonial bowls.
What?
For little sacrifices.
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
I'm turning on the lights.
Something dark happened here.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings.
I want to turn this on.
Burned alive. Really high-temperatured work here.
Lepiota, thou art my defender and protector. Thou bringest good news.
Let's see what they have an apple. The Civil War of the Suns. I'm not gonna read it.
Burn marks. Something catch fire. Explode. Strong stench. Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them. Victim's human, but the attire's elven.
Are you certain? How did he come by it? We've so few non-humans in Tucson.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee. Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
I'm gonna save so I don't have to do this again. Hello?
Perhaps there's no one inside after.
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. Who are you exactly?
Durant Faucher Pramonton de Safaran, Lord of these lands, and Chairman of the Society of Friends of the History of Tucson. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the Elfin homage, but something like this, why, it's a first.
You mentioned them. Who do you mean?
Those, I don't know what they were, spirits. It all occurred of a sudden. We were staging a scene, the death of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here and shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was done for, but in the end, it grew calm.
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
What? What now?
Best thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing kill us?
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand, think I can reenact the pledge, the giving of homage, alone?
It was a great, momentous event. The surrender of Tucson's last elfin king. You will need at least 3 individuals.
You know what I'm gonna ask for. Need your help. But I'll understand if you turn me down. No objections? Good. Let's get to work. Start by clearing the corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort are a lot more likely to work after dusk. One last thing, though. My pay. Don't work for free, you know.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay, and I shall be generous. Through and through.
A few hours later.
I will stand, or rather, sit in for King Ludovic upon the elfin throne, while you, Witcher, will play the Enche ruler. We must don the costumes. All must be just right.
I've got another
Elfin
mask.
King hosted Ludovic in his own palace upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow of a plethora of torches.
I really like. Yeah. Oh, I've got new fruits. See, I knew I had to do this, but I did it before I should. What is this? Elven bread. Elven wine.
Tivetha laid at Ludovic's feet a loaf of binnen and elfin bread, thus granting humans rule over Siten. Tivetha filled the ornate ceremonial bowls with elfin wine, Gwinoet, the sweetest blood of the land that had been torn from him.
Did you finish?
long last, the Elfin King grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans.
Where is the elven sword? Where is the sword? Only the sword? And the sword.
Elfin King, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees, thus acknowledging his final defeat.
Kneel.
Ludovic then spake.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to...
I knew it.
Ah! Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
Can I change? Oh! Well, at least the damage is not that bad. Oh, it's better than the one I had? Oh, that's not the one I had. It's the same! Nice! Ah! Ah! Mercy! Mercy! Ouchie! No! Ow! What the hell are those lightings? Ow! Why am I getting attacked like that? Can I block? I lasted even less time than the last time. Oh, this witch. Wow. Okay, I need to kill that girl. So the first thing I have to do when I appear is dodge. Dodge, 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 kill the bitch. Dodge, dodge. Dodge. Kill the bitch. I said kill the bitch. Wow. The bitch is strong. So dodge and dodge, 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 attack. Okay, I killed the one who caused me problems.
The sculptures, they came alive. By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defethov. I acquired them a month past because perhaps I should start at the beginning. This Defethov was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet he did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gorgon in the year 782. It's fortunate he did too, as Defethov had planned Ludovic's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such. Columns activated with words said in homage. Columns that would have turned the king and his bodyguards into so much colorful confetti.
Typical. Treachery embodied. Elves. Psheh.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated. Had to cut the elves down, every last one.
You? What does that mean? You're a man as we are.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words? They're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty-handed. Take this, your reward.
Farewell.
Oh, I cannot loot. Oh. Oh. I wanted to loot. Read the bestiary to learn about spotted thingies. Alps. Proto-fleathers. Which one am I missing? Relics. Necrophages, spotted whites. The best defense against spotted whites, stay calm and leave them alone. Fragment of a treatise of spotted whites by Roderick Gilliam. Spotted whites were a subspecies of white which the Witchers drove to extinction. They were larger than their unspotted kin and owed their names to their numerous blotches. There they would indulge in their various fashion, creating brews from their own emissions. Well, yeah. Uden and Igni. Okay, so I will do Uden. Can I enter this place? No. And I cannot believe that this is almost the same as my sword. And I don't want the world to see me. Ooh, this one is better. And also have more bonuses, so yeah. I'm blue, ba-da-dee-da-da-da, ba-da-dee-da-da-da. I'm gonna save. No! That's what a foglet? Yep. Ow. Nope, this is another type of thing. And a ball foglet. Ouchie!
Ugly bastard.
This foglet look a lot different than the other one. Is it because it's a French foglet? French foglets are different than normal foglets. Maybe because they are not foglets, they are foglets.
That stench.
What are they weak against? Fire? Ow! Yeah, that was weakness against fire. Save the same one. Wolfies, why are you crying?
Bar guests. Never a good omen.
Aw.
Come on.
What's that sound? I'm gonna save again. Okay, don't be scared. I'm a strong witcher.
Regis says Raven wasn't lying. Spoons all over the place.
Ow. 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 Fire. Ah, I missed. Ooh, the spoons. Can I take the spoons so I can melt them? No? But there is no spoon. Should I wait an hour? Should I not?
Strange. Get a sense that the
spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Maybe it's in Morse. Maybe the message is leave. Leave. Locked. Locked door. Okay. I've got some help, so I'm just gonna save in the same one. Hello. I'm a witcher. Open up. Maybe he just wanted to hack while he slept.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right.
He just wanted to sleep and somebody to spoon him.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
I need to look around.
What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
Stain diary. For a few days now, I've been having these spells. Having these spells? I've never experienced anything like this before. If I carry on, although I cannot stand witchcraft or sorcery, I have to visit the herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong that at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist. A repulsive old crone looked at me like she had seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixtures that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check and that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there are no wrinkles. But I'd rather that there were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and liked it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I am cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. I've tried to put the idea out of my head, but I can't hold back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I had to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think, and it's getting hard to write. Loneliness, my family. No family. Eat, I want to eat. Not a good spoon. Empty spoons, nothing. Eat. It hurts. Okay. Okay. So she's...
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
I'm gonna get a lot of spoons.
Smashed mirror. someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Gonna save. Just in case.
No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Maybe one of the first spoons.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None
Maybe.
shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense.
Maybe that was the original family.
Broken neck, indentation in the skull's lateral surface, smacked in the head with something heavy.
A big spoon.
Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him.
With a spoon?
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death.
With a spoon. Decaying letter. Dear Master Levasseur, I know the track. I need to put this a little bit back. Okay. I know that you track outlaws. I know you track outlaws for pay. I found a usual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here and why we cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me as for the person with whom I meet, for I am afflicted by a curse, or as I hope, and why I have turned to you, the side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by a herbalist. Soon after I visited the herbalist, she disappeared without a trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out the suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this should mean I am afflicted by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came by the manor while I was hosting a sawyer for a few friends. If you can find the bargain, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. I am aware... Oh no. I am aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your considerable talents and wish you the best of luck. So it was the other guy from the...
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
I thought I saw somebody walking, but no.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Actually does seem like a white's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
I'm getting more spoons than her.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
My green mutagen. Gonna save just in case. Another spawn.
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred.
Ooh.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
A spoon.
Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years.
I want to save her. Okay, so I just need to hide. Nothing else to explore. I said hide. And where can I hide? In the closet? Yeah. I'm gonna be a gay witcher coming out of the closet.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Oh, because nobody's gonna sit with you willingly. So if I sit there willingly...
Convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Nice, that's smart.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you. Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
Yeah.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
I'm a little bit intoxicated.
Quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Okay, so she's probably dead. Oh.
Hang your head from my saddle.
Are you okay?
Easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
Oh, she got old. She died.
I'll take you someplace safe. So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality. The Blighters want to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
I'm gonna tell him the story.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a white, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a white, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Yeah, we've got it. And 1,000 experience. Ooh, I'm gonna place my trophy here. Ta-da! Can I place a weapon in the weapon rack? Weapon rack. Ta-da! What else? Weapon rack. Ta-da! Weapon rack. Gerald's. Ta-da! Something else? Nope. Okay, coffee time! Coffee time! I want some coffee. So give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna place that. Be right back. Coffee and message. What time is it? 38. So plus 5, it's gonna be 43 plus 2 minutes, 44. Okay, 44. Coffee time. Coffee time. There's no space between you and C. There we go. Coffee, coffee. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got my coffee. I've got my coffee. Adriana is yelling at me. She's telling me, why do you make a pause? Are you an idiot? And I'm telling her, yes, I am. She's like, no, work, slave, work. Thank you, thank you. So we saved the old lady. Now we have to go report. Okay. So we are gonna go to this thing. Yeah, that sounded like somebody just fainted. Sir, did you just faint it? Sir? Sir? I can loot your books that I will never read.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from their hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned the last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True. But I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Tell me more, tell me more.
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, One among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshamutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
I'm gonna say I need to prepare because I want to see the level.
Starting to sound dangerous. Think I better prepare.
I understand completely. Do tell me when you're ready to set off.
Let's see, what level is this? 39, let's go right now. But before I'm gonna take this formula, yeah. Yeah, formula. Oh. Okay, it doesn't work.
Regis.
Ah, there you are. Might we set off for Teshamutna now?
Yeah, let's go.
See no reason to dawdle. Teshamutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What?
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Teshamutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really
of your
prefer not to
faculties?
hurt you.
Of your faculties. Faculties.
You lead.
There's a dead man.
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies
an ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, vampire hideout, fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
I don't want a torch, I want my lantern. No, my mask! My mask! I'm gonna use The ears of Dabas.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
Oopsie. What did I get? It's a trash sword. And what about the armor? It's a trash armor. Relic. Killing an opponent restores vitality. Ooh, the amount of vitality restored equals 1% of the maximum vitality for each element of the set worn. Mutna. Interesting. Interesting indeed.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
Hurry up. Hurry up. I want
It's
to...
not far now, Geralt.
I'm lighting the torches. I'm lighting the torches! Because I'm afraid of the dark.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
That looks like a hand with a hole that you used to fap to. That looks like a harp.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the dead. Those who went east, beyond the Blue Mountains.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed. Though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garasham. My tribe, and Deglav's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page of my history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garasham. My tribe, and Deglav's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Whose is this cliff?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
Okay, there are a lot of books. Transcript of a conversation between Master Ezekiel Hildegard and a human being. Ezekiel Hildegard. Who are you? My name is Alex Viscount. Why is all your skin trembling? I'm scared, sir. You're scared? I don't understand. You don't know what fear is, sir? No, I have mastered your language, yet some concepts are beyond me. What is fear? Its feeling is a feeling that destroys every other feeling. It controls your head and your heart. What do you mean? I thought it was a kind of pain. I have carried out tests in my laboratory on people, and I discovered that a mother subject to appropriate stimulus is able to forget about her child and think only about how to avoid pain. So fear would be similar to pain? No, pain rules the body, but fear is born in the heart. Oh yes, what you say is very interesting. I think I will have to examine your heart in the laboratory. What do you mean examine? I mean examine, take it out and subject it to a proper examination. But sir, that would kill me. Yes, your mortality is a great inconvenience, but it was not me who created your species, and I am not responsible for its excessive frivolity. The conversation was carried out in a human language, as such it was written down. The description does not need translating. Biography of the vampire Regis from the Quills of Dandelion. What? Dandelion told this story? Okay, let's see. One of the most extraordinary individuals I have encountered during my numerous adventures at Gerald's side was the vampire known as Regis. To be precise, he was known as Emil Regis Rohelik Terzeyev Godefroy. Okay. By his own reckoning, he was 428 years old and was the descendant of unfortunate beings trapped in our world during the conjugation of spheres. You are surely thinking, dear reader, about Catacans, Alps, and other such monsters, and are pondering how it was that the Witcher, who, I must be admitted, is slayer of monsters, came to keep such company. I must here explain that Regis was a higher vampire, a creature which physically does not differ at all much from men. Higher vampires are also much more powerful than their wild confreres, and their generative ability significantly outplaces those of any else you have encountered or can even imagine. But it's not because of its outer appearances or inner strength that Regis became our dear companion. True, he could be pretentious and rather pompous in the frequent length perorations, but one would be hard-pressed to find on him the loveliness usually presented in higher beings. Regis valued human life dearly and refused to kill unless forced to do so. As he once confessed, higher vampires do not in fact need to drink blood at all in order to survive. They treat it somewhat as a treat alcohol. A rough grasp of the dynamic might be given to you by the fact that when we meet him, Regis had been abstinent for years. He never revealed to us why he decided to join our search for Ciri. He had never met her before, nor did he live to see her. He died at Stig Castle during the battle against the Mad Mage Vilgefortz, who was responsible for the whole affair. He died for a cause which he surely did not fully understand, but he did it to defend those he held dear and simply because it was the right thing to do. Okay, that's the story that he told us, that we thought he died, but the other guy took care of him and saved him, the one that we are chasing. I should always remember him as the rural surgeon reeking of herbs. That is how he came to us during our first encounter at the Fen-Karn necropolis, when he treated me and my companions to a fantastic brew he made from mandrake root. Wherever you are, my friend, bottoms up. Human husbandry and care. Okay. The most important aspect of raising humans' livestock is to provide the herd with conditions that, on the one hand, guarantees their survival, but on the other hand, do not extend too far beyond the minimum needed for that survival. It should be borne in mind that people are creatures bestowed with great intelligence, or rare cunning and instincts that allow them to gain as much as possible from their environment. In terms of husbandry, this means humans will always try to obtain more than we give them. It is recommended, therefore, to provide each individual with a place to sleep, a meal twice a day, and permanent access to water. These conditions, which might seem overly luxurious to some, ensure the optimal production of high-quality hemoglobin. More details on diet is there in later chapters. Also essential is access to air, without which humans die within minutes. There is no need to be concerned about the ability for human livestock to multiply in the conditions described above. If they are ensured a minimal existence and male and female are mixed, they will copulate, irrespective of whether they are in captivity or not. It is worth mentioning here that there is a school of thought that suggests treating human livestock with greater freedom and care, including providing them with better quality fodder and a certain degree of freedom, that allegedly ensures a greater amount of favorable elements in the blood and make it tastier. However, it's worth mentioning that this method of husbandry is much more difficult and requires emotional bonding techniques, which will be discussed in the following chapters. Lowry cage versus free-range humans. Okay, so that's treating like humans like the chickens. In recent decades, many of us have come to believe that a much more effective way of obtaining good quality human blood than hunting individuals in the synthetic controlled husbandry, apart from the obvious advantages such as being able to control what the flock eats and ability to crossbreed specific individuals to obtaining offspring with the best hemoglobin. Another clear advantage to breeding human flocks is that the domesticated humans held in confinement, as opposed to those in their natural habitat, villagers and towns, become less aggressive and therefore less troublesome. When I came to farming humans, there are various schools, of which two seem to have gained the widest acceptance in recent times. Namely battery cage and free-range husbandry. These theses describe in detail the advantages and disadvantages, as well as methods of carrying out each type of breeding. As an introduction, it is worth mentioning the basic differences between both types. Battery cage human husbandry describes very accurately and in detail in the book Human Husbandry, that is the one that I just read, and is placing of several male and female individuals in a close, restricted space, with permanent access to air, food, and water. The form of breeding differs from free range is that the flock is not permitted to leave the breeding area and is held captive the entirety of their lives. Free range, on the other hand, involves leaving the flock in a natural habitat or creating a habitat that simulates it closely. Creating villages, more on which can be found in that chapter. Human villages establish and growing a herd, and then making the herd psychologically or physically dependent on the owner. The most effective method for making a human individual dependent is guaranteeing its safety and permanent access to high quality feed. It is worth adding that human that trusts its owner does not feel fear and does not defend itself when having its blood drunk, which limits the production of noradrenaline and cortisol, which have a negative impact in the taste of blood. Furthermore, it may happen that a domesticated free-range human may feel a certain pleasure when its owner drinks its blood, most likely associated with sexual tensions, which cause the intensification of the blood flavor. Ooh, interesting. So why not create villages and just be like, hey, I want to suck you, and you'll be like, yeah, yeah.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished. He were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
Yeah, let's place the bait.
Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
What is this? What is this? Oh. Ooh.
3 done.
Oh.
Think this'll work?
Ooh. Oh.
The stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Enter the cage. Enter the fucking cage.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent, also my head. I started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please.
We just smelled the blood.
Whoopsie! Explode! Ah! Ah! Whoopsie!
Hanging in there.
It grows.
What the hell is this? Ah!
I shall overcome.
Good. Because I can hear more coming.
Whoopsie!
Hold on. I'll let you out. Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you anymore. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Detloff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Detloff. If I had to do it again, I would in a heartbeat.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
I'm a vampire.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting.
Sir,
Count, sir.
you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
So they became friends.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlaff? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates. Forgive me. What?
What the? So his hand is taking control?
break at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. Still killed him. Chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Le 48? Wow, I was level 44 a while ago. Whoopsie. That means I have, 4 points. Which means I can get another one of here. Of the ones here, right? I can do this one. No, I need one more. Whoopsie. Okay, what about this one? No, I need this one. Or this one. Although I could be using this one. That sound was a little bit loud. I can loot! I can loot! I'm looting your house because you're too weak to defend. The question is, why did he start killing them? Maybe he needs to, like somebody is like blackmailing him? It's like duties, or else I'm gonna murder the whole village. And he's like, no, I don't want to. I said I'm gonna murder the whole village. No, please don't. Half the village? Okay, I will. How do I loot that thing?
Something here. Where's that artifact Kira gave me?
Ah.
Interesting.
A knight's... Oh. Here rests Sir Ramon of Girton. One on my grave you will not find the likeness of a man who once lived. I gave my heart, soul and body to the knightly craft, and I wish to be remembered as a knight. The symbol of chivalry is a naked sword. and that symbol rests above me. The sword that defended my honor, my friends, and my heart. The sword that was closer to me than a brother. The sword that was never stained by the blood of an innocent man. Let it rest on this stone through the ages. You mean I can take your sword? Yeah! Casus Fodders. It's a weak sword. I'm gonna sell it. I'm kidding. I'm gonna place it in my house. Goodbye. Goodbye. But first I'm gonna turn on the light. Both sides. Nothing else? Like Kiros? Me thinking, who is Kiros? That's something you will find out later. Later! Do, do, do. I already looted these. How do I live? How the hell I live? How the hell I live? It says, okay, for here. Guess I'm gonna do this one.
Lamoth, my friend, it's common knowledge Bombino Nero yields the best.
Bam ba bam ba 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 bam bam ba bam ba 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 ba. I'm just gonna murder. Gonna save just in case. All by myself.
Gods be bum poked. You must hang on, milady.
Is there somebody wounded here?
Stay with me a bit longer, Lady Daphne.
You, Jacob?
Heel, Mohort. Down. Who asks?
A witcher. Saw your notice.
Hold up. A witcher, you say? Like in Luis Herrera's Tales and Fables. Luckier than a green bleeding leprechaun I am. See, not a soul around believes this tree is Daphne, the cursed lady of legend. But you could lift the curse.
So what makes you think there's a girl cursed inside the tree?
Well, I came out with my dog, Moholt, to cut her down. Axe in hand, a broad swing I took. The edge burrowed deep in her trunk, and bum botch me if blood didn't spurt forth. My jaw dropped in the dirt. But right then I knew. Every jot of it in the tale of Daphne, Gareth, and the Witch of Lynx Crag.
Don't tell me. From Herrera's Tales and Fables.
You porking bet. Second edition. Amended in octavo. I know those tales by heart. My nan read them to put me to sleep.
Guess she read it cover to cover, colophon included. Got me curious, gotta admit. You really think the old tales are true?
Taking the weepy, are you? Do you think me balmy?
No, it's just these are dark, grim times. No room for knights pure of heart or happily ever afters. So I don't often run into folk like you.
Yes, true, the times are crud pie. But I see this as all the more reason to remember the tales. My gran would say, if you know not what to do, think to the chessboard knight and noble Alondra, and the path they would choose. She schooled me so thorough in it, I could not do otherwise, even if I wished to.
Let me take a look at the tree.
Careful now.
Swear I hear sobs in the rustling leaves. Actually does bleed. Looks like human blood too. The bark resembles hypertrophic scars in places. Medallions humming like crazy. Intense magic at work here. Blood seeped from the direction of the tree, judging by the shape of the stain. Actually does bleed. Looks like human blood too. Bark resembles hypertrophic scars in places. Medallions humming like crazy. Intense magic at work here.
What if I use... Nope.
Logger was making good time. Strange, though. Willow's isolated. No other trees near it.
And? Did you look at the tree close?
Mm-hmm. Actually does bleed. Pretty incredible. Looks wondrous.
Did I not say so?
Willing to help, but first I gotta figure out where to start.
No need. I know it all. Miss Daphne and Sir Gareth shared a terrible and fearsome love for each other. Yet to prove himself worthy of her hand, Gareth was to face the Witch of Lynx Crag. Before Sir Gareth set off for the hill, Miss Daphne gave him her kerchief, a token of her favor.
Let me guess, he never returned.
He did not. She stood here, day upon day, night upon night, trying to spy him.
Till she sprouted roots and turned into a tree? Wonder why.
I will fecking tell you why. To await the moment when Gareth returns, kerchief in hand. That is the power of love. The power of longing. So you must scale Lynx Crag. Search there for a means to free Daphne. I will give you my book of tales to refer to. And good luck, Witcher.
Daphne's Wraith.
I won't complain.
Ooh. What a nice town. I remember killing people here.
Hey!
So, I wanted to share something. Today, maybe today, let's see. Kind of. Finally, the weather forecast system in the country make a good prediction. They said that wind and rain were gonna come this way. There's a lot of wind. Clouds will arrive and there are clouds, and with the clouds there's gonna be rain. There's no rain yet, but there's wind and clouds. Still sunny because the clouds are moving really fast. Whoopsie. Oh no. Ouchie! Ouchie! I said ouch! Oh no. I'm gonna die. Maybe not. Maybe not. Whew. That was difficult. What, I have to burn it?
Skeleton, bits of some old armor. Wonder who it was.
Sheriff's bone. Yeah, I've got it. If I got it, why don't I have the mission accomplished? I already know that it's Sheriff's bone. Like, it's a special power to get a bone and it tells you the name. I wonder who it is from. Sheriff's. No clue. Sheriff's. It's like the song. Sheriff's. It's a bomb from Sheriff's. Found the bonies and a skeleton from Sheriff. Oopsie. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, kitty. I am so sorry.
A hut. The witches. Hut looks inhabited. No sign of the dweller, though. Guess I'll look around.
Yeah, I already know what happened to him.
Warm. Smells inconclusive. No idea what ingredients are in there.
The disposition of bodies is one of the most difficult tasks any mage can undertake. Indeed, only the true masters of the art have ever accomplished it, and even they have only perfected one of its forms. This difficulty arises from physiological limitations, since the mage can only safely transform it into an animal with which he is perfectly attuned. A famous example is that of old Blackbeard, who dwelled for years in a cave with a bear in order to imbibe the life essence of the animal. Tales and fables. Sir Gareth and Miss Daphne loved each other so much it hurt. To win the approval of the future father-in-law, Gareth had to perform 7 challenges, so it's like Hercules. The 7, except that Hercules, I think he didn't want the love of woman. The 7th was the hardest. Gareth had to go to a lynx crag, find a witch who lives there and convince her to leave the drought that plagued the whole land. Everyone, including Daphne, pleaded with Gerald to humble himself before the witch. You see, the witch from Lynx Crag was spiteful and headstrong, even for a witch, and only an act of true humility could break her icy heart. Gareth, however, had no intention of bending his knee before a witch. Instead of planning to force her to leave the course, nobody knows what happened to Lynx Creek. But Gareth never returned to his beloved. Daphne stood in the top of the hill and looked for him day and night. Finally, she turned into a tree, so that sight may live to see the return of her knight. Such was the strength of her longing and the power of her love. Anyone who plunged his axe blade into that tree would see blood run from the wound. Folk started to avoid that place, leaving Daphne in peace to wait for Gareth. In time, all had forgotten about her. Liver Ivoris.
Enclave of Mages banned this tome.
I then came to a place known as the Prath Valley, in a world known as Shagai. The mind of a man cannot comprehend this land, where non-geometric space and blasphemous colors fly in the face of everything our eye and are accustomed to. In that instant, in the moment of my arrival, I teetered on the verge of madness. I shouted a noiseless cry and sweat bloody sweats when 2 suns rose above my head. I fell to my knees and prayed to Shatahwa not for salvation but for a quick death, and then they came.
Bones ground into dust. Notes on the use of yarrow stems. Interesting.
Yarrow is first and foremost used to medical purposes. As mentioned above, when the leaves of the herb are placed against the flesh, they heal all kinds of trauma, wound and sores. Brew it, and the resulting tincture treats the common cold, colic and loss of appetite. Yet, in addition to their healing properties, the branches of the yarrow plant can be used for future telling. This method of divination might seem strange upon first glance, but is truth, simple and effective. It truly allows one to focus on the query at hand and gain an answer both accurate and satisfying.
A wall of spell enhancements, or trophies. Arrow, broken in half. No doubt to bring bad luck to the archer. Branch of a grapevine. Could be to ensure a good harvest, or a bad one. Doll looks like an accessory for casting curses. Silk kerchief, monogrammed DF. Could
use it to break the curse if it's Daphne's.
None but feral cats stray in here most oft, yet it seems I forguessed from afar at that. What do you seek in my home?
Isn't that the core that I just killed?
Already found it.
You do not aim to lift the curse from the tree, girl.
What if I do?
Then you had best know you waste your time. The old tales? Did your Nan not tell them to you? Even I, the witch of Lynx Crag, would be hard-pressed to overcome the power of love and longing.
The Lady's Knight. You ever make it here?
Sagara? Yes. He came to sway me, but had a quick change of heart. To be precise, it came after the first night we spent together. He stayed a fair while. Then his conscience got the better of him, and he resolved to return to his beloved.
Might have resolved to, but never made it.
A tragic fate befell him along the way.
You have anything to do with this turn of fate?
Of course. Was I to let another woman have a man who belonged to me? I could not abide it.
What if I asked you nicely to lift the curse? Please.
Gareth met the fate he deserved. And what happened to his witch was not my fault.
Alright, so you didn't cast the curse. But could you help lift it?
I probably could. But why ever would I?
I'll humble myself, prostrate myself before you like the Gareth of the Tale did. I beseech you to help me. Lift the curse that imprisoned Daphne in the tree.
When I saw you enter my heart, I thought, now there is a fellow who shall bend his neck for no one. Stand. None, not even I can restore to the last the years she has lost, can erase the suffering she has endured. We cannot bring her back to life, but I shall tell you how you might let her depart in peace. Yet my aid shall have its price. A lock of your hair.
How can I know you won't use it to cast a spell on me?
I require this. I must, for with it I will cast a spell to conceal me from you for all time, and will use it for nothing else. You will nag me never again, and you've nothing to fear, I assure you. I always keep my word.
I don't want to give my hair.
Not about to trust you with a lock of my hair or anything else. I'll handle the curse myself without your help.
Go right ahead. I wish you luck.
Letting me go, just like that?
I could not have devised a better ending for this little tale. Our visit is done. Adieu, for never shall we meet again.
Return to the bleeding tree. I'm going, bleeding tree. I'm gonna die if I go this way. I'm gonna die if I go this way. I didn't die. Ah, la 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 la.
Pretty damn hot.
Our knights challenge each other for sport.
What the?
Leave us to summon a witcher from the north.
You just push me.
Thought it possible.
I'm going to the tree. I don't know if I did the right thing.
So, you met the witch, you must have. What did you learn?
That witch? She's not near as bad as folks say. Made me bow and scrape, sure. But I know some sorceresses witchier than her.
Joyous bleeding news, but what about Daphne?
I can lift the curse, free her, by performing a ritual, making a sacrifice of her kerchief and Gareth's remains. But we gotta start at the right time. When the hour comes, I'll light 4 fires for the 4 winds, then begin the ritual.
Fires? Then I shall be of use to you after all. Seems you need wood, much of it.
Chop as much as you can. I'll see to the rest.
So you're telling me you would help me?
I've chopped and stacked the wood. What now?
My turn. Gotta light fires and talk to the woman enchanted in the tree. No idea how this'll turn out, so just in case, stand at a distance. And if you see me draw my sword, run.
If you see me draw my sword, run.
Look your last to the world's 4 winds. From the south,
I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
From the east, no cry is heard.
Whoopsie.
From the north, silence sighs. From the west, mere hollow eyes. Cease your vigil. Dead he lies. Hear me, you who hide beneath this bark. Recall today who you really are. Behold a kerchief, proof of your love for another. Behold, a bone of he to whom you offered your love.
Gareth, my Gareth, he shall never return.
No, he won't.
Is his love for me gone? Did he stay true?
Should I tell her the truth?
Gareth broke his vow, failed to stay faithful.
Man is built of mud and filth, milady, and is like to blunder. We all are.
How cruel is the world to render conferring one's love so hard.
But what would the world be without love?
That's true.
The time comes that I depart. I've waited too long. I've suffered too much. And now I wish to go.
Farewell, milady.
I thank you, stranger. And you, my knight. I thank you for speaking to me. For standing vigil at my feet.
I did not think it would end this way. I hoped we could revive her. But I guess it was not to be.
We did all we could.
You did well. Here, your pay. And the book is yours as well.
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So long, Witcher. I must think. Put this straight in my head.
So he fell in love with a tree. Well, at least a tree had more emotion than my ex.
A job is like a lady. You can always get a new one.
Let's go here to finish the stream of today.
My hand shakes so bad, I cannot hold my tools.
Nope. Circle of friendship. Ow.
Damn it.
Another circle of friendship. Abandoned site, so it's gonna be unabandoned. Is that a word I can use? Yeah, I know, my sword is a little bit broken. Do I have repair kit? I'm gonna use this one, the yellow. Oh no, he's sleeping. I'm gonna get this thing. Can I loot everything? No. Okay, I thought you were not gonna see me. Burn. Ow! Don't bitch slap me. Ah. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm about to die. Oh, I don't have any more potions. Potions. Oh! Don't attack the roots. Attack. Oof.
What a bountiful season. We must water more barrels.
Lesson. Lesson learned.
Honey dumpling. After a feat like that, I've half a mind to kiss you.
Kiss me, kiss me. Who said that?
I've a daughter, you know. She's fit to wed. Oh, so fit.
To be honest, every last man Jacques in these parts has but wine and women on the brain.
I've not seen a bumper crop like this.
Okay. So at least we finished this one. So I think that's gonna be it for today. We rescue this place. So we can finish today's stream. I'm gonna wait an hour because I'm gonna forget to do it tomorrow. And I have all the potions I need. Okay, so we're gonna save the game here for today, and tomorrow we're gonna be back. Same time, same channel, same idiot, same everything. I'm so happy that I managed to fix the game's the sound of the microphone. So, oopsie, why is not changing? There it is. So thank you everybody for watching. Oops, the display is wrong again. Why? Why? Okay, there we go. So thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel, same idiot. And